Hey, what is up, guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. Today we have Gengar in Generation 1. This is kind of a makeup for last week. I wasn't feeling the greatest last week, but today feeling great. I'm going to be able to complete Gengar hopefully twice here, and hopefully we can beat, Ghastly, Haunter. Looks like I have not put Haunter on the leaderboard yet, but I believe Haunter was 42. So the goal for the run would be to beat 42. I think that is extremely manageable. But once again, this run mostly goes down to, I believe it was 6 hypnosis uses. If you can manage to hit all 6 hypnosis uses without missing, I think you can get 0 resets, no problem. And every reset after that is mostly due to hypnosis misses. But we will see. I believe that Gengar is probably strong enough where I do not need to pick up any items whatsoever throughout the entire run. So I don't believe we're going to be doing that, except for the occasional rare candies. I believe we can get through the game without having to pick up the body slam TM, as well as not picking up the gentleman candy or the 10th floor candy. And the reason why is those candies, and the rocket basement candy, because those candies require an extra battle to complete. So I don't want to have to do an extra battle, so therefore we're going to be skipping them. Same thing with Mount Moon. I believe we don't want to have to battle any extra Pokemon in Mount Moon, so we're going to be running away. If I had a move that was reliable enough to defeat anything in Mount Moon in one hit, I would consider using it, but we unfortunately do not. Interestingly enough, there is a move that we could pick up that could speed up the run a little bit, but I don't know if it will save enough time to make it worth it. That move being Mega Punch. TMO1 Mega Punch. It's at 80 power, and it would be replacing essentially Lick PP. If I recall, the strategy for the beginning of Nugget Bridge is essentially defeat the rival, then do like the first 4 or so trainers with just straight Nightshade, and then go back and heal, and then complete the rest of Nugget Bridge, and you should have enough PP. I think the first run we're gonna try doing it without Mega Punch, and if we find ourselves in the need of extra PP, we'll go ahead and pick up Mega Punch. But I think we can do it without Mega Punch, especially since we got more power than Haunter physical attack. So we will see. It'll be an interesting run. The funny thing about Haunter versus Gengar is that Gengar gets access to so many physical moves that Haunter and Ghastly don't. That being Mega Punch, Body Slam, Takedown, Double Edge, Submission, Strength. So many physical moves. Now, of course, they're all 65 power, so it's not, well, I uses my 65 attack stat, so it's not like they're the greatest or they're game changers, but most of them are out of the way, and by the time you get to the later portions of the game, aka after you get Thunderbolt, they're all pretty much dead to you anyways. But it is interesting, just the idea that it is available and there to you if you do want to use it. All right, that is it. I think we are pretty much ready to go at this point. I am going to go ahead and put a poll for the over-under because it looks like I did not do that. Like I said, our Haunter run was 42. We're not going to make the same mistake by putting an over-under that is the same as the previous Pokemon. So I think we're going to go ahead and put the over-under at 41, and we will probably do better than 41 because we'll be playing better. but on a very first run where I'm 2 weeks out of practice, not entirely sure how well I'll do. All right. Also, someone let me know how the stream is going in chat. The stats at the bottom where it tells me about like drop frames and bits and all of that, they are wild. Like it's going from 6,000 to like 100 to like 2,000. So according to this, like the stream is super choppy. So let me know if that's true or not. I don't think there's anything I can do about it, but it would be nice to know if it's accurate. Crap. Okay. I knew I forgot something. Hold on, give me a second. I almost played without setting the DVs. I could have been playing with a random Gengar. Okay. There we go. That should be fixed. Let me just go ahead and bring up OBS. Click refresh here. Okay. There we go. Oh, right. I need to turn. There we go. Okay. I think all surprises should be behind us now. Oh, nicknames. Unfortunately, I did not run a poll for this Pokemon, so I did not get any nickname suggestions. Hopefully somebody can just like drop a nickname real quick. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to come up with a nickname, and nobody wants that. I made too much drink, so now I have to finish off what's in the bottle before I can finish off what's in the cup. That's what happens when you make some drink when you still have some left over in the cup. Okay. Well, MVF has picked Busta. I unfortunately do not understand the reference, but whatever will make him happy, I'll be fine with. He did make the overlay after all. Gotta say, I saw the speed of the text here for a second. I'm like, oh no, something's broken. And then I'm like, oh yeah, we're playing on fast speed. The last run I think I played was on instant text with speed and... Okay, well, of course I picked the wrong Pokemon. Okay, now that the hard part is out of the way. Speed and Ike. I don't know why, but not the fastest at doing that beginning naming part. Like, I have to use a lot of brain power to remember where all the letters are. I like how ever since Speed taught me that I can just dodge that guy by going all the way to the right, I've given up on trying to shortcut that guy. The guy in the grass is just too good at blocking me. There's just no way I can get around him anymore. So I don't even bother anymore. I just go right around him, all the way around. I don't think I've ever seen him go all the way to the wall before. All right, we're a poison type. We don't need antidotes. Well, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Well, we're gonna have some time to save and run too. If we lose to Brock, Because of Bide, I will definitely restart the run because of that. Was not supposed to run into that trainer. Supposed to do this at minimum battles. As a Gengar, most Pokemon cannot hit me, and the only way to lose against Brock is for him to essentially use Bide at the very, very beginning of the battle and then never once hit himself. That is like the only way for Brock to lose. We're not even gonna save. If we get a reset, it's just over. All right, we're gonna start with Confuse Ray. He used Bide at the beginning. He needs to hit himself. He didn't hit himself. Okay, well, you know what? I'm good with that. I am good with that. I accidentally battled an extra trainer anyways. But as most of you probably know, since most of you probably watch the channel all the time, when Brock hits himself, the Bide goes away. It's one of the weird quirks of Gen 1. So that's why I start with Confuse Ray. So if he hits himself even one single time, then Bide goes away and I win. But if he... And there's always the chance that he just doesn't use Bide to begin with. That is also a win possibility. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but you know, it is what it is. Regardless, I'm good with the result. I don't mind having to restart. Squirrel's got exactly 20 HP, so I go with Nightshade. I'm not sure how strong Lick is, but I highly doubt it does more than 5 damage. Okay, well, this is not good. I went all the way to the right in that one grass. That wasn't ideal. Okay, I made up for it by actually not screwing up that on the way down. That's nice. So I think Ike told me he starts buying the Pokeballs here in Viridian now. I suppose that's in runs where he thinks he could lose to Brock, or maybe it's just the way he does it now after doing the Mew run a bunch of times. It's very interesting behavior. Not something I plan on doing. I wonder if I should have considered using Lick, because then I could skip the Pokemon Center. Because I don't believe... Oh, wait. Actually, you know what? 10 Nightshades is enough to beat Brock. If he, you know, hits himself even one single time. How is the status of the house moving? I have a date I can move, and that date is the 14th. Or well, so I don't know if the 14th is the date I can move in, or it's the last day the other person can be there. One of those two. Regardless, I definitely know I can be there the 15th. Okay, so it's Lick all the Pokemon that cannot hit me. And as we learned from the Haunter run, there is no need for any Confuse Rays. The Confuse Ray is only necessary for the Ghastly, because the Ghastly cannot defeat them all. Oh crap, I don't think I was supposed to battle this. Oh, I don't remember. Game dev, there's no way I can beat it in 30 minutes. That I got 33 minutes for Mewtwo. That was Mewtwo. I think you're thinking instant speed text. This is not an instant speed text run. This is a fast text speed run. Very, very different. I don't know why I bought 10 Pokeballs. I have Nightshade. I probably can do it in like 4 Pokeballs because Paris is a 75% chance. Or Sandshrew, Paris or Sandshrew. Like I said, on the first run, we'll play by ear on the second run if we think we need Mega Punch PP or not. But I think for Nugget Bridge, we defeat the rival. We do as many trainers on Nugget Bridge as we can. Then we head back, heal one time, and that leaves us with enough PP to finish off the rest of Nugget Bridge. And I think that's faster than picking up Mega Punch, considering all of the extra encounters we would have to go through in order to go pick up Mega Punch. They got it, Miss Supersonic. As we know, that's a run ender. What's the drink of the day? It's that diet, Mr. Pete, I think it was called. It's basically just Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry, but with a different name. It's not exactly Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry. I would never say it's the same. Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry is way better. All right, we will save though, because even though the rival's pretty much a gimme, I can still get hit by Sand Attack. Heck, even if I had Mega Punch, I'm pretty sure I'd still not be able to two-shot. So within the 3 turns this Pidgeotto can hit me, I can get hit by Sand Attack. Yep. And I can't hit this Rattata very easily thanks to that Sand Attack. So I need to make sure that I conserve PP. There we go. Okay, good. We got 5 Nightshades. I'm not entirely sure how far into Nugget Bridge we can make it with 5 Nightshades. But I guess we should just be happy that we won. Every single normal type, we'll make sure to hit it with a Confuse Ray first. Let's see. There is one train. Okay, so I don't think we're gonna do 2 trainers with normal types. We're gonna do this trainer, and then we're gonna call it. We'll head back for PP after this. Okay, we're at 0 Nightshades, and I think the next trainer has a Pidgey. So obviously I can't defeat Pidgey without Nightshade. Now the question is, if I had Mega Punch, would it be worth it to just not do that heal? And I feel like that heal isn't that bad. I still think I have to conserve PP here. Oh crap, I used 2 Nightshades on a Pokemon that didn't need Nightshade at all. Okay. Right. Oh nice, it hit itself, that's good. Alright, let's see. We got 10 Nightshades. We need at least 2 of them for the final trainer with the Pidgey. We need... Huh, is that it? This one's got Nidorans. Oh, I guess this next one has Pidgey as well. Okay, so we only need 4 of them. Because of the Pidgey, I'll make sure to keep 6 just in case. Technically, this Pokemon does get Seismic Toss. I could pick it up if I would be willing to battle the trainer below me with the Geodudes. But I'm not willing to battle that trainer, so no thank you. Alright, if I recall, I actually need to grab the Death Ether. And I think the reason why is because I need to use like a whole bunch of Nightshades on the SSN. And I'm not going to have enough. In fact, I think I have to pick up the Life Ether too. All right, so we're not particularly worried about anything that could happen in the gym here because oh, okay, I take that back. Apparently, I hit myself. Oh my god. Okay, well, I do have the potions here. 61 should be good enough. I believe the only way to lose was 2 Bubble Beam crits, so that seems like an unlikely outcome. Perfect. Wish I could learn Bubble Beam. That would certainly make the rest of the game from here on out much easier. Darn it. I didn't save. That could have been very bad. All right, we'll use the other potion. We'll have to play it by ear if we need to buy a super potion or not. I imagine we will have to buy a super potion because we did lose to Surge when we did not have full HP. The good thing we're not level 19 or 20. If we were in the slow level up group, that trainer would be the worst with Nightshade. All right. So we used the Death Ether. I got the 5 repels, 34, Pokeball, Nugget, 11. That's it. All right, we got 12 Nightshades. We need to use them sparingly. All right. Nightshade, Nightshade, perfect. Nightshade, Nightshade. All right, good. I'm not taking the risk. That thing hits me with 2 confusions. Okay. I said we'd play it by ear if we need a super potion. We do not need a super potion. In fact, we don't even need to go pick up the Death Ether. We will knock out the... I take that back. We will go pick up the Life Ether. We want a third vitamin. All right, hold on. I believe it's the third one. Yep. We want a third vitamin, and also 6 Nightshades is not enough to defeat Surge. And as we learned, we can easily get crit by Surge for some reason. And I'm not willing to take that risk, especially since right now the run is going so well. The last time I got 2 or 3 resets on here because I refused to use the Ether and full restore. This time I use the Ether. The question is, would the full restore of essentially 10 damage make a difference? It could have, but I think that Thunderbolt or that Thunder Shock crit. But if that Thunderbolt crit would have been a very different story. All right, well, most doors have now opened up. I wouldn't say the game is easy yet, but we're almost there. As soon as we get Psychic, the game will turn easy. Very interesting that they all went for Poison Powder. Okay. I don't think I want to go through the cave with only 7 Nightshades, so I'm going to heal. Alright, this battle is very annoying. The reason why I use Confuse Ray there is it has 59 HP. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but 59 HP was exactly enough to take 3 Nightshades. So essentially, we got to use Confuse Ray there. It's just as good as hitting it with a Nightshade. All right, now let's find out if we need to use the full restore. Perfect. Hypnosis over Confuse Ray. So far, we're playing a very perfect run, and I'm very happy. Self-destruct. Self-destruct. Not self-destruct. Alright, just need to remember to pick up Psychic before we defeat Rival 2. 3, 4. Rival 4. We were eventually going to get to 4. Numbers only go so high. We're going to deem that the Zealous Pawn skip. It's not really a skip per se, but I don't think it's a loss of time either. And it's just, it gives me a peace of mind not having to run into Rattata Pidgeygirl. I hate running into her. It's like the worst. All right, as we learned from Haunter, we only need 1 PP up. Full restore, max potion, nugget. I was 1 grind away. All right, and then we'll get 3 calcium. We're pretty much not picking up any vitamins throughout the rest of the run, so those calciums will pretty much be the only vitamins we pretty much pick up, unless it's by accident, of course. That happens a lot. All right, we now have our final move set. Doesn't look like we need to heal. All right, at this point, we pretty much just live and die by the hypnosis. Starting... not this battle because this Kadabra is under-leveled, but next battle. As expected. I forget where we're supposed to do Erica. We're supposed to do Erica after this. I mean, I guess we can't lose. She's gonna use poison powder. Yeah, I mean, I guess being a higher level for, I guess not Koga, but just being a higher level in general is not a bad idea. Oh, thank God that didn't hit hypnosis. I've been in that shoes a lot. Not fun when that thing hits hypnosis and you didn't save. All right, get a heal in, and we will go defeat Erica. I'd love to grab the... oh, God. Hold on. I gotta pause the timer. My finger's so sticky. The little right key just popped out. There we go. Unpause the timer. That's not something that generally happens. I've been really, really lucky this run with hypnosis misses. I feel like I'm 4 for 4 on the opponents missing hypnosis. It's not that it really matters if they would hit hypnosis or not. It's more of just an annoyance if they do. No, I shouldn't say 4 for 4. Actually, now I remember the innocent bystander definitely hit me with hypnosis. You know, now that I think about it, that battle with Erica might have mattered because that might have put me over the level threshold in Safari Zone. All right, come on. Tree, tree, tree. There we go. Left 2 spots. Go. All right, don't grab the carbos. Don't grab the max potion. Do grab the full restore. You never know when you find yourself getting like paralyzed or something. Happened recently where I did not expect to get like paralyzed on Rival 5. But these things happen. Okay, last time I don't actually I don't remember what happened here last time. I think maybe these were a 3-shot last time. Oh, that Kadabra was definitely, that crit definitely mattered. I was pretty lucky. That's fine. There's not really much anything Koga can do, so we're not even going to bother to use our full restore. As you can see, that Muck, it had the best shot of doing anything. It still didn't matter. As you can see, game dev, we're 25 minutes into the run. There's no way this run could be sub 30. I think you're thinking instant text. So we're not going to the 10th floor, as I mentioned earlier. It would cost me an extra battle for the rare candy. In a run like this one, I don't mind grabbing the rare candies that cost no time, but the rare candies that do cost an extra battle, I'll go ahead and skip. Wow. I remembered from last time that thing's really annoying. Oh, okay, I hit one of the hypnosises that I needed to hit. That's very, very good. I forgot to pick up the hyper potion too, so the fact that I took very little damage matters too. Oh my god, I got 10% confused. Oh my god, I got a Gen 1 miss on Thunderbolt. I got a 10% confused and then a Gen 1 miss. I cannot believe how close that just became. Good. Good, good, good. Whew. That would not have happened for Hunter. Udo just lost. It's the Warden of the North. Nope, nope. I wonder if even Ike would consider doing Psych right now. I wouldn't, but I'm just kind of curious if he would. So, like, there's a calcium and an iron in here. We're not going to take them, but, you know, it would have been cool if I could. All right, last time I accidentally battled that guy. Certainly cost me some time. By last time I went with Haunter. Okay, so Haunter's strategy was to use all of the rare candies before Blaine. And seeing as there's no bad late game matchups, and Blaine actually has a really terrifying Fire Blast move, I think I'll go ahead and continue the tradition. Plus, if I recall, it's not exactly just for Blaine, it's also to outspeed the... Well, maybe not to outspeed, but just to do more damage on Sabrina. All right, our last move was Dream Eater. Really? Fire spin? Okay. Oh, nice crit. No Fire Blast, I'll take that. I must never have healed in Cinnabar. That's actually interesting. All right, so this is one of those battles where missing Hypnosis just kind of loses you the game. Nice crit. That actually mattered. Oh my god, are we about to hit every single Hypnosis? This is nuts. Now we just have one more Execute and one more Alakazam, and that's it. Well, until the champion, and then we have another Executor and Alakazam. So really 4 more. Actually, I don't even think you need to use it on the Executor, so on the champion's Executor. This Executor can hit you with, this Execute can hit you with Leech Seed, but the final Executor can't hit you with anything. It's very weird. It unlearns moves. So really, just 3 more. 3 more Hypnosises to go. Nice crit. I'm not sure if that... I don't think that mattered. Dugtrio is not the strongest. Alright, I've already gotten strength, so we don't need to worry about accidentally forgetting strength, something I have done a lot recently. Okay, come on. This battle. Nice. Nice. Miss. Miss. Okay, you know, we couldn't hit all of them. Makes sense. But on the bright side, we do survive an attack that we can afford 1 miss. Unfortunately, we just got 2. If that thing didn't have Stun Spore, though, I think I would not bother. All right, perfect. 1 reset, you know, I'll take that. We're going to go ahead and skip the final candy. I don't think we need it. We don't really rely on badge boosts at any point, so Not really worried about it. Very quiet stream. Wonder if Speed was streaming at the same time. That would explain the lack of Annie. Doesn't really explain the lack of the Andrew Palmer boss KO. Oh well. Oh, interesting. He's only at 4? Guess everybody just had plans this week. Alright, I'm at 17 items, so I don't have to use that final super repel. Oh, boss KO is here. Okay. So it's just a quiet stream then. Everybody is here. Alright, floor store to the top. Elixir to the top. Gotta say, I'm not surprised the Dugong survived, but I would be surprised if this Cloyster survived. You know, I forgot that this run could go down to 2 ice punches from that Jinx. There's nothing I can do to stop it. Except for maybe, you know, hypnosis, but I'm not willing to make that risk. Oh, that definitely explains for Annie's absence. Oh, come on, Machamp. You're so close to allowing me the one-shot sweep. So what was our over-under? 41. Okay. If everything goes right, looks like we'll easily crush 41. But that's a big if. I don't know how I'm going to beat this first run. This first run is literally perfection. I could not do better than this first run. I literally can't. We might actually call it after the first run if we just, like, you know, even get 1 reset on the champion, just 1. If we get like 5 resets on the champion, we'll do another run. But we'll have to figure it out. But this, I literally cannot play better. This is shockingly one of my best overworld runs in a very long time. And the weird thing is I took so much time off. Perfect. All right. Hypnosis, hypnosis. Oh my god, we hit it. I got a crit. Nice. Well, it's not a 2-shot. Interesting. But it doesn't have any moves better than Ember. Alright, we're using Hypnosis only because it's going to guaranteed use Hypnosis, and that's just going to take forever. Good thing I didn't use the full restore. No freeze, no freeze, no freeze. No crit. 38-22, literal perfection. Obviously, you can play better. Somebody else can play better than this, but this is basically literal perfection by me. Obviously, I think Zealous Pawn could easily beat me, but and I could easily beat me, and Speed could easily beat me. But with one reset, there's not a lot of variance. You have to do better than me at overworlding, and you have to do better than me at variance, and I don't think you can do it. Obviously, you can do it with enough runs. It's not that hard to do. I'm not saying it's super hard. And plus, unlike Haunter, Gengar can actually survive a Psybeam Psychic from Rival 5 or Rival 6, and possibly the champion. So it's easier to do with Gengar than it is to do with Haunter. But regardless, very, very solid run. Let's do it. I think this might put us at first place, or second place, next to Mewtwo. 32, 39, 38. Yep, second place. Let's see, overworlding of 232, overworlding of 234. So my overworlding was just slightly better with Zapdos by 2 whole minutes, aka at 4 times speed. That means it was 30 seconds. I saved 30 seconds in the overworld. I don't know how I saved 30 seconds, because I skipped a bunch of candies that would have added to the overworld time. But you know what? I'm not gonna question it. Oh, you know what? I know where I saved the 30 seconds. You don't need to pick up anything on Zapdos. Like, you just get Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt Drill Peck is all you need for the whole run. I had to go pick up Psychic. Picking up Psychic cost me 30 seconds. So that makes perfect sense why I would be slower overworld than Zapdos. But it basically right on par with Zapdos. That makes perfect sense. Let's see, level 57 versus level 56. Okay, so I probably also picked up an extra candy or two, but they were very non-time sensitive candies. I only picked up candies that did not cost me any time. The candies that cost you time are the ones on the SSN, because there's one battle with the Gentleman, the one in Silphco, because there's the one battle with the karate guy. There's the one in the Rocket area with the trainer with the Raticate and Golbat just to enter the Rocket section. And then there's the candy with the pushing of the boulder in the Victory Road. Those 4 candies cost you the very most time in the entire game. So I skipped those, and the rest of the candies I don't think really cost you any time. So it's very likely that you can pick up 7 candies on pretty much every single run. But if you're playing a Pokemon like Mewtwo, I can understand not picking them up. But as you guys saw, like, those candies probably mattered a little bit. But it's hard to tell. All of the Alakazams, you know, if I was like 4 levels lower, maybe they would have been slightly more difficult with Thunderbolt. Who knows? I'm not going to play another run just to not use the, like I could pick up another run and go even more minimum battles by picking up less candies and possibly not the PP up. But I really think that the Hypnosis variants, well, it almost just doesn't get better than this. So really, I don't think we'll save time even by saving overworld time. I think for a Pokemon like Zapdos, where you don't have to rely on a 60% accurate move, you can by all means play a second run where you can cut out all of the rare candies, but I don't think this is that run. But anyways, thank you guys for joining in on today's run very much. Appreciate it. I'm actually going to go ahead and move everybody over to Speed Stream, since I'm probably going to be ending before him for the first time in quite some time. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. Have a nice night, guys. Bye.